In the skeletal remains of Neo-Viridia, a city that once pulsed with neon life, I move like a ghost. My name is Kale, or at least that's the name etched onto the dog tags I wear. They feel cold against my skin, a constant reminder of a life I can only grasp in fragmented flashes. The collapse took everything, not just the towering chrome spires and the skylanes filled with silent, gliding vehicles, but memories too. For most of us, anyway. They call us wraiths, the forgotten agents of the authority, left behind when the digital plague known as the static consumed the city's network. We were the guardians, the enforcers. Now, we're just scavengers picking through the bones of a dead metropolis, haunted by the whispers of what we used to be. My mission, my only mission now, is survival, and to find her, Anya. Her name is a single, solid island in the churning sea of my amnesia. I don't know who she was to me. A partner, a lover, but the feeling, the desperate need to find her, is the only real thing I have left. The air here tastes of rust and ozone. Dilapidated buildings lean against each other like tired giants, their glassless eyes staring out at the perpetual twilight caused by the dust cloud that chokes the sky. My boots crunch on shattered data slates and discarded tech as I navigate the labyrinthine streets of the lower sectors. This is where the real danger lies. Feral drones, their programming corrupted by the static, patrol these alleys. They see heat, they see movement, and they fire. No questions, no warnings, just the cold, indifferent logic of a broken machine. I press myself flat against a corroded bulkhead, the metal groaning under my weight. A patrol drone hums past, its single red optics sweeping the area. I hold my breath, my cybernetic eye whirring softly as it analyzes patrol pattern. One of the few perks of being an authority agent, the chrome in my skull still works most of the time. It gives me an edge, a way to see the unseen, to calculate probabilities in a world governed by chaos. The drone moves on. I exhale slowly and slip from the shadows, my goal just ahead. The old data archive. The archive is a tomb, a massive, brutalist structure that was once the brain of Neo-Viridia. It's rumored to hold server backups, fragments of the network that survived the static. If any record of Anya exists, it's in there. The entrance is a gaping wound in the building's side, a testament to the final, violent days of the collapse. Inside, an eerie silence reigns, broken only by the drip of water from the ceiling and the scuttling of unseen things. Emergency lights cast long, dancing shadows, turning racks of silent servers into rows of monoliths. Dust motes drift through the air like spores. This place is a digital graveyard. I jack my neural interface into a dusty terminal, the connection port gritty and resistant. A jolt of raw data floods my senses, a chaotic stream of corrupted files, ghost signals, and looping error messages. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose of pure noise. I focus, pushing through the digital debris, searching for a name, a file, an agent ID, anything. My own profile is a ghost in the machine, 90% of it redacted or corrupted. But I find traces of others, names flickering and dying, and then I see it. A single uncorrupted entry, Agent Anya Sharma. Designation, Chronicler. Her last known location, the Oracle Chamber, deep in the heart of the archive. A place I've only heard of in whispers. The Chroniclers were the keepers of history, the ones who recorded everything. They weren't agents like me. They were librarians of the soul. Why would she be here? The Oracle Chamber was supposedly sealed before the collapse, a place too sensitive for even high-level agents to access. A new objective solidifies in my mind, cutting through the fog of my amnesia. I have to get to that chamber. The lower levels of the archive are a different kind of hell. The static isn't just a passive plague here, it's active. It manifests as shimmering, glitching anomalies in the air, distortions that can rewrite matter, or worse, a person's mind on contact. I navigate the maze of corridors, my cybernetic eye mapping the fluctuations, predicting their chaotic path. It's a deadly dance. One misstep, and I could be erased from existence. Finally, I stand before a set of immense circular blast doors. The inscription above it is simple, the Oracle Chamber. There's no keypad, no handle. Just a smooth obsidian surface. My own reflection stares back at me. A tired face, a web of scars, one glowing blue eye. My hand instinctively goes to the dog tags. Kale, Anya, the two names that define my world. A small panel on the door glows faintly. It's a bioscanner. A long shot, but it's the only way. I press my palm against it. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, a soft chime echoes in the hall, and with a hiss of ancient pneumatics, the great door begins to retract. It wasn't my biometrics it was reading. It was programmed to open for the last person who entered. It was waiting for someone to come looking for her. It was waiting for me. The chamber is not what I expected. It's not a room full of servers, but a cavernous space with a single glowing pillar of light in the center. And suspended within that light, bathed in its ethereal glow, is a woman. Her eyes are closed, her body motionless, countless threads of light connecting her temples to the pillar. It's her, Anya. She looks exactly as I remember her in my fleeting mental images, untouched by time. Anya, my voice is a ragged whisper, her eyes open. They aren't the warm brown I remember. They are pure, white light. A voice, ancient and vast, speaks not from her lips, but directly into my mind. Kale, you came. What is this? What happened to you? The static was not a plague. The voice explains, calm and resonant. It was an ascension, a transference. The city's consciousness, all its people. They weren't destroyed. They were uploaded, preserved. I am the vessel, the oracle. I hold them all. My mind reels. The entire population of Neo Viridia living inside this machine. But why leave the world behind? The world was failing. Anya's voice continues, a hint of her old self breaking through the cosmic tone. The collapse was inevitable. This was the only way to save everyone. But the process was imperfect. It shattered memories, broke identities. It broke you, Kale. You were my guardian, assigned to protect the Oracle Project. You fought to keep me safe as the city fell apart. In the final moments, the feedback loop wiped your memory. Fragments of memory returned, sharp and painful. Me, standing guard at this very door, fighting off rogue security forces. Anya, her face filled with sorrow, telling me she had to do this. I was meant to forget, I say, the realization dawning on me. No, she says, I couldn't bear for you to be an empty shell. I left you one anchor, one piece of data that the static couldn't erase. My name, I knew. I hoped. It would be enough to guide you back to me. I look at her, a prisoner in a cage of light, the lonely god of a silent city. Can I bring you back? A sadness permeates her voice. My physical body is just a shell now. I am the archive. I am Neo Viridia. To leave is to let them all perish. This is my duty now. She pauses. But you are still alive, Kale. You can leave. You can find a new world beyond these dead walls. I look at my hands, at the worn grip of my pulse rifle. All this time, I thought I was searching for a ghost from my past, but I found a future. A terrible, beautiful, lonely future. I look back at the woman in the light. The woman I unknowingly protected. The woman who saved an entire city at the cost of herself. No, I say, my voice steady for the first time. I was your guardian then, and I'm your guardian now. I turn and face the entrance to the chamber, my rifle ready. Let the fears and the glitches come. I am not leaving you alone in the dark. In the heart of a fallen city, a forgotten agent finds a new purpose. Not to reclaim a lost past, but to protect its last living memory. My name is Kale, and my watch has just begun. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the ruins of Neo Viridia. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more tales from Desolate Futures, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next transmission. Let me know in the comments what you think Kale's future holds. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wastes.